today reacting to prison stories. Sold his cheeks in prison. It's been a minute since we did a prison story, man. I've been reacting to a bunch of other stuff, having a good time, and I think y'all been rocking with those videos too. But you know, we always got to do a classic here on the channel, and those are the prison stories, man. So that being said, let's go ahead and get into this shit.
Freddy was like, man, Dante, stay out of my business, man. Stay out of my business. I don't be interfering in what you and your homeboys got going on. Stay out of my business. I got to get a piece of that. I got to get a taste.
On some shit too. That nigga ain't even crack a smile or nothing. That he dead serious. And let me shout him out. The Dante Show Network. Shout out to bro too for providing these stories from his life. You know, these traumas, man. You know, shout out to you, gang.
Ah, shit. Here we go again.
Welcome to another episode of the Dante Show Network Story Times, where I tell prison stories, hood stories, and supernatural stories. You would think by now that every and anybody that enters the penitentiary system knows to never ever take something from somebody that offers you something and they overly friendly with it.
I know that. I ain't been to prison. I went to jail for a few days. You know what I'm saying? By about a week. And just from the stories of us watching it, you know, from Jay Williams to Bill Feasy to now my guy Dante right here. God forbid I'll never put this on. I'm not put in some universe where some nigga goes to prison. I feel like every nigga knows now to never take nothing from no nigga. It don't matter if your store don't come until 2 years from now. You don't take nothing from no nigga. The way it seems.
You would think that, right? Well, this story right here is that exact reason why I say if you not from the streets and you was raised with good parents and you was on the right track of life and you decided to say, I don't like this middle class way of living. I don't like being safe. I'm going to go to the hood and go with my cousins. Well, this story is for you. So, we down there playing dominoes, and this dude come up in there. Now, he didn't look like he had no money. He didn't look like nothing special. So, y'all know how me and my crew was. So, we just didn't pay him no mind because he didn't look like we could get anything out of him anyway. So, we just let him go by his business, right? So, Freaky Freddy comes out, and he approached him. Now, I tell y'all all the time, I'm not the one to get in nobody's business. I can't tell another man how to program. If Freaky Freddy sees something that he wants out of this dude, then who am I to come and try to intervene? Anyway, so Freaky Freddy go over to his cell.
The name Freaky Freddy, bro.
I don't know what the conversation is about, right? About 5 minutes ago past, Freaky Freddy will be leaving out of his cell, and then Freaky Freddy returned with a bag of commissary. Now, for those that don't know who Freaky Freddy is, Freaky Freddy,
yeah, give us a history lesson.
I don't even want to call him a booty bandit because he doesn't take it from you. He get you in a situation.
He coerced you
where he'll give you commissary on a house like a loan shark, and then if you can't pay, then he'll ask for, you know, sexual favors or whatever. So it's really up to you.
And if you say no, he whoop your ass, or do he try to take it at that point?
Either you going to, you know, handle your business and put hands on Freaky Freddy or get him with that sword of justice, or you going to give in to his freaked out desires. And a lot of men have done that. Now, there have been dudes that didn't get violent with him or didn't, you know, get freaky with him. They just said, yo, I'm not doing it, I ain't give you nothing. And Freaky Freddy, how he'd do it, he like, okay, all right, bet. You just can't get nothing else from me. So Freaky Freddy, he was like a businessman. He felt like, I got all this.
Oh, that was it? Oh, shit. Okay. Word. I mean, I'm surprised a lot of niggas ain't just extort him. If that's the case.
It's money out here in the street, which is in the penitentiary, of me loaning people stuff. Because people go, listen, the penitentiary, they only feed you 2 meals a day. They're supposed to feed you 3 meals.
I'm about to
but
say,
you
damn.
get breakfast, lunch, and dinner. But mainly you just get breakfast and dinner. Okay? And the portions that they give you is just enough for you to survive. Like barely even to survive. So you gotta get commissary. You gotta get ramen noodles, honey buns, summer sausages, cheese whiz,
making
all
pockets
that
and
other
shit.
stuff. You know what I'm saying? Bags of chips. So it'll make you can get through the night, right? So Freaky Freddy know that as soon as these dudes get their commissary, they eat it up in 3 or 4 days. Now, him being a businessman and knowing that, he has saved all his commissary and wait till everybody run out. And now you gotta come to Freaky Freddy and be like, listen, Freaky, well, y'all ain't gonna call him Freaky Freddy. You just call him Freddy. That's his real name, Frederick. But we call him Freaky Freddy, right? So you be like, hey, Frederick, let me get 2 suits. Now, knowing his policy, if you get 2 suits from Freaky Freddy, you got to get him back 4 suits. Just how it is. You get 1 suit from him, you got to give him back 1 other suit. So you got to give him 2. 1 for 2. 2 for
Damn, that nigga a real businessman.
4. 6 for 12. That's how he programmed. Now, Freaky Freddy, he knew who to lend to. Like, he would never lend nothing to KB, because y'all know who KB is. KB the type. Matter of fact, him and KB had one run-in before, but okay, so KB came to him, was like, yo, Frederick, let me get about 5 honey buns and about 10 soups. Now,
that's 5 and the way his math right, that's 5 and 10 he owe back. Wait, I think I'm fucking up.
Now, knowing how KB get down, Freaky Freddy knew that KB wasn't gonna pay him back at all. He knew whatever he gave KB, that was just gonna be it. KB was not gonna pay him back. So Freaky Freddy, like, to himself, nah, I ain't gonna give him all that he asked for, because I'm just gonna be at a loss. So he was like, nah, man, I really can't do it, but I can give you 2 soups and maybe a honey bun to get you over. Now, Freaky Freddy, he'd take that loss, because he knew whatever he gave to KB, that was just going to be it. He wouldn't get back. So he'd rather take a small loss than a big loss. And plus, if he just straight up told KB, there was going to be nothing stopping KB of going to that sale and taking what he wanted anyway. So let's get back to the story. So anyway, Freaky Freddy come back with a bag of commissary and go back to the sale, right? So I don't know the conversation again, what the arrangement was.
So Frederick must not have been that big of a dude. Like, he must have just he do business and he know what he want. And maybe you couldn't completely get over the nigga, but unless you was a nigga maybe like KB, this KB character that we don't know too much about.
Plus, I don't know if Freaky Freddy that straight up told him, like, listen, I know you're hungry. I know you ain't getting no money. I'm Frederick. I offer this service. You can pay me back double, triple, whatever I give you. And it was a big bag. It had to have been about 25 items in there. So, I mean, just off that strip alone, you talking about 50 items that you would have to pay back. So, looking at how dude dressed and his whole demeanor, he ain't got that. So, I can only imagine that Freaky Freddy basically told him, like, hey, listen, I'm giving you this food under the understanding that, you got to take care of me in a sexual way or whatever. So, that's the only thing I can imagine what the conversation is for Freaky Freddy to even come with all that food or whatever. So, Freaky Freddy leave up out the cell. So then, I'm thinking like, I am hungry. So I told Al, I said, Al, go check on old dude right quick. Go fill him out right quick. So Al go in there. Al asks him, like, where he from, what's his charges, and this and that. he in there for animal abuse and
what the fuck?
something about receiving stolen property and some other, a long list of petty crimes that the judge got tired of seeing him and just sent him on to prison, right?
Oh shit, okay.
So Al talking to him, and Al come out with 2 honey buns. So I was like, I said, what was that all about? He said, man, dude is off. I said, what you mean off? I mean, I just asked him, you know, what was he here for? He told me, I just asked him for 2 honey buns. He just gave it to me. Didn't say I had to pay him back at all. So I instantly got up and I went in the cell. I said, hey, what's up, man? Where you from? Oh, I'm from so-and-so. I said, oh, okay. I was like, hey, listen, man, I'm kind of hungry right now. You think you can hold me down with like 2 soups? He was like, yeah. It's good. It's cool. So I go in there and I take the 2 soups, and then I said, Mountain Dew. Y'all know I like Mountain Dew. I said, yo, you think I can get that one too? He was like, well, I only got like 4, and you know, I just got here. But I said, well, let me get half of it. So he was like, oh, you gonna get your cup? I said, no, I'm just gonna do a waterfall. So he said, what's that? I said, just hold on. So I cracked it open.
Man, hell no. Oh. Man, holy this nigga. Hey, yeah, he just showing the type of nigga he is. Easy. And that's how the play gets made. Yeah, he just gave me this shit. What? Get up in there. Hey man, let me get 2 soups, man. Don't even know that nigga name. Hey, you think I can get that too? I mean, shit, let me just get half of that bitch. Waterfall that bitch. What even is that? I got you. I'll show you. Damn.
I did like this, and then I was like, you know, there's a waterfall. He's like, oh, okay, man, there's a fly up in here. Man, look at this dang fly trying to terrorize this video. Man, it's the fall season. Matter of fact, hold on. I need to put a pause right quick. I know a lot of y'all gonna be like, Dante, are you serious? Why would you interrupt the video to say this? But honestly, where do flies go in the wintertime? Just really think about that. Now, I know squirrels go into trees, no bears. They go to caves and stuff like that. But where do flies go? Like, really think about it.
I think they go in the trees too, though, OG. I think they go in the trees too. I think maybe some sort of bush. Or maybe they die. I don't know, to be honest. Maybe they mate in somewhere to gear up for the warm season or something.
Where do they go? When the life expectancy of a fly is
short. It's short.
What? A week?
It's short.
2 weeks max?
It is short.
Where do they go?
Yeah,
I
feel
have
that.
a theory. And just be patient. I'm going to get to the story, y'all. Chill out.
My bad.
But I honestly think that flies and gnats, they come from hell. Literally. Like, just really think about it. Have you ever seen a fly in the wintertime? Really think about that. They got to come from hell. From hell they come, to hell they go back to. And see us in the springtime. Let me see if y'all still with me in the comment section. Y'all put your area code in the comment section, all right? And also, y'all see the PayPal right there. Y'all go ahead and give your boy Dante a tip right quick if y'all like these stories. But anyway, let's get back to it. So, you know, I hit the waterfall on him when I give him back the pop, right? So I said, good looking out. So I leave out the cell. Now, Al that went out there running his mouth, telling, you know, our crew like, yeah, man,
he giving shit up.
Soft. Dude ain't, you know, he ain't, you know, I went in there and look at Dante. He just went in there and got what he got. So everybody just going up in this dude's cell, just asking him for stuff. He giving it to them. They take stuff.
Get that.
So I'm looking there. I said, man, hold on, man. Nah, man. Y'all ain't about to take advantage of this dude. Y'all ain't about to do that. You just did. Come up out that cell, man. Y'all get up out, man. Watch y'all, Dante, man. Y'all move out, man. Move around, man. Leave dude alone, right? So I see Freaky Freddy over there. He over there looking like, what the heck going on? So after everybody clear out dude's cell, right? Freaky Freddy heads over there, and he like, hey, what's going on, man? Dude like, hey, I know what we talked about, but I don't really got that much food left. So Freaky Freddy like, why didn't you let them get all your food? Dude was like, I don't know. So he like, Freaky Freddy like, man, listen. Now this is what I heard, y'all. But I can only assume, because I didn't hear the whole conversation.
All right.
I just heard Freaky Freddy say, well, you know that don't erase your debt. So that's going to be another 3 months. Now listen. Y'all can
another 3 months.
Your imagination can run all the way wild of what, what him and Freaky Freddy agreement was. I'm thinking that for the first 25 items that he gave him was that he supposed to perform certain acts
for 3 months.
Freddy for 3 months. Because the way that he said, well, that don't cancel out your debt. If you want more items, that's going to be another 3 months of services. And I know how Freaky Freddy is. He only want one thing. You can't give him food. You can't give him envelopes. You can't give him hygiene. He only want one thing. So I'm like, yeah, he must have worked out something. And the crazy thing about it is, dude ain't even about to reap the benefit.
Of the shit. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Anyway.
He ain't even get to because he done get all his food gone. He don't even get to, now he just out here just throwing neck or whatever the fuck he's supposed to be doing.
So I feel bad for the dude now. And normally I don't feel bad for people because it's like when you in prison, I'm not talking about in the real world, y'all, but in prison, I don't normally feel bad for people because I'm like this. Unless you innocent, but 99% of the people in prison say they innocent. It's even me, but I was guilty to the mug, right? But anyway, it's the Terror Dome. So I feel bad for him, like, dang, man, we did just all go in there and just take his stuff, and he was just giving it away. Now, I believe he gave it to us because he was just scared.
Yeah.
He felt like, man, I hear about the stories about guys beating up people, taking their stuff. If I say no to these dudes, they might just take it anyway. Or if I say no to these dudes, I mean, it was about 15 of us that came into a cell asking him for
15.
something. He was giving to, what about if I say no and they hold me down and they violate me, right? These are all the things that this dude could have been thinking about. So, but what he did not know is that we wasn't going to, me and my crew wasn't going to put hands on him if he would have told us no. It would have just been, we would have still got the items from him, but we wouldn't have took it all, right? Now, if he tried to get tough and tried to get big and bad, then yeah, we would have took it all. But me and my crew, we would have, I just wanted the 2 suits and them out and do it.
So it's a lose-lose for the nigga then. Because he come in, unless he be like, yeah, you can, but I need you to get me back. And then he just never get back, and now he's got to come do all the other politics that come with that. Or he just like, nah, hell nah. And then they're like, man, give me this shit. And he just supposed to be like, man, fuck y'all, man. And that's it. And then he still don't get the label of he a hoe. But if he do muscle up and they take all that shit, he would have had to cause a real scene for it to be like, man, we gotta think about this shit again, like taking this nigga shit because it's gonna come with somebody doing this, and we had to do all the extras and da da da.
That's all, right? That I didn't have to pay for it. You know what I mean? But I feel bad for the dude, so I came in the cell. I said, yo, let me holler at you right quick. And he was like, I can't give you nothing else. I said, nah, it ain't about that. I said, listen, man, how old are you? He was like, man, I'm 24. I said, man, where you from? He told me
you
where he was
asked me
from.
that already.
Said, it's prison, man. You can't, if somebody asks you for something, you just don't give it to them, okay? Because what's going to happen is, let's say like when you gave me them 2 suits, right? and half of that Mountain Dew. What's stopping me from coming back and saying, yo, I'm hungry, man. Let me hold me down with another soup. So that means it's bad enough that, you know, you got to feed yourself up in here, man. You got to take care of yourself. You can't afford to take care of another grown man. I said, the next time somebody asks you for something, man, don't give it to them. And I said, and to give you the heads up, I'm going to keep it real with you, man. I don't know what you and Frederick agreement was, but if you not like that, if you not a homosexual, you're going to have to go in there and put your hands on Frederick.
Yeah.
And he had his head down. I said, man, you ain't from the streets, is you? He was like, no, man. I said, so what? I mean, like, how did you even get here?
Yeah.
So he got to telling me that, you know, he just got caught up on some dog fight stuff. His cousins is from the streets, and, you know, he was stealing money from his mama and his daddy to buy, like, pit bulls and stuff like that.
What the
and
fuck?
They'll be doing this dog fight type of thing. And he basically got caught up. Everybody blamed everything on him.
Damn.
And, he was just, he listened to the street code. Don't snitch, don't tell on nobody. But these same guys that you don't snitch on and tell on, they wasn't man enough and kept it G enough to speak up and say, no, we did that or whatever. Ain't that crazy?
Damn.
So he telling me all this.
Damn.
Listen, man, I can't tell you how to program, but you just can't be sitting up there just giving stuff away, man, without getting something in exchange. And I said, like I said, I don't know if you ever been with a man like that, whatever, but that guy, that's how he is. So I said, but I mean, it ain't too late, man. You can go and get him the rest of the stuff back. And I'm pretty sure he just gonna tell you like, hey, nah, man, we had a deal. Well, deals always broken in prison. There's no honor amongst thieves. There's no honor amongst criminals. So, hey, just I'm just giving you some advice. So I said, all right, man, I'm out.
He a real nigga for giving him game like that, though. Little stupid ass nigga. He got himself just in the first day. It seemed like it's 2 hours in. He just fucked his whole shit over.
And now he said, hey, well, if it's like that, can I at least get a pack of noodles back? I said, nah, man, that's me.
Fuck.
That's all me.
What the fuck?
Out. So
what the fuck? Man, what? Hell no, you ain't get no fucking noodles back, dude.
And, you know, I'm just hollering at the homies about some business that we got to take care of on the yard. So he comes out to sell, right? And he goes right across to Freaky Freddy's cell. He go in there, and all I hear is, man, I don't care. Now, this is Freaky Freddy. Man, I don't care. I already told you. No, it ain't going down like that. You should have never took them items, man. And I told you we already got an agreement. So Freaky Freddy is getting louder and louder. He like, man, I don't care. I don't care what nobody told you. We got a deal. We got a deal. You gonna give me some. You gonna give me some. So
hell no.
Freaky Freddy is screaming on this dude. So I see dude just walk out the cell and go back to his cell, and then here come Freaky Freddy coming through like, man, no, man, I'm tired of dudes getting my business. I'm tired of these N-words running their lips. So he walking past. I'm like, man, who you talking to? He was like, man, I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying, whoever got something to say, whoever in my business, man, I don't be in nobody else's business. So he said it's walking to dude's cell. Yeah. And he's like, man, you gonna give me some? You gonna get me some? So Freaky Freddy was like, man, Dante, stay out of my business, man. Stay out of my business. I don't be interfering in what you and your homeboys got going on. Stay out of my business. I got to get a piece of that. I got to get a taste. If you need your business, products, or your social media.
Hell no, man. Shout out to Dante, man. This nigga just left us on a cliffhanger, though. Shout out to Dante, man. I fuck with him, bro. Y'all tell me what y'all think. Oh! Like the video, sub up, comment up, bitch, man. See y'all chat. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Great for y'all, bro. We go. You better do it.